Union News, the 9th of June 2024. In this week's Union News, we celebrate a significant victory for Welsh hospital doctors as the British Medical Association, BMA, secures improved pay terms following strike action. Junior doctors, specialist doctors, and consultants will receive substantial pay increases, marking a crucial step towards pay restoration. Meanwhile, the Derby Silk Mill Festival commemorates Britain's first organised industrial workers' struggle from 1833 to 34, reminding us of the enduring legacy of union solidarity and resilience. Additionally, the Public and Commercial Services (PCs) union demands urgent government action to address the UK's prison overcrowding crisis and prevent staff burnout, highlighting the dire need for investment in the prison service. The National Education Union (NEU) has unveiled a bold manifesto ahead of the general election, calling for major reforms in education funding, child poverty, exam systems, and teacher recruitment to prioritise children's well-being and support educators. Reporting is by Pat Harrington and music is by Tim Bragg.
BMA secures improved pay offer for Welsh hospital doctors after strike action. In a significant victory for medical professionals, the British Medical Association, BMA, has successfully negotiated improved pay terms for doctors working in secondary care across Wales. Following 2 months of intense negotiations and 10 days of strike action, the BMA has secured pay offers that benefit junior doctors, specialist doctors, SAS, and consultants. Key points. Junior doctors, a 12.4% backdated pay rise for the 2023-24 financial year, with the increase applicable from April 2023. Consultants, a revised pay scale featuring better starting pay and an additional pay rise of up to 10.1%. SAS doctors, new contracts with pay increases ranging from 6.1% to 9.2%, along with an additional uplift for those on closed contracts. The BMA's Welsh Junior Doctors Committee co-chairs, Dr. Oba Babs Osabodu and Dr. Peter Fohi, expressed satisfaction with the offer, emphasising that it sets the stage for pay restoration. Dr. Stephen Kelly, chair of BMA Cymru Wales Consultants Committee, welcomed the improvements, recognising the dedication of senior doctors. However, the Royal College of Nursing Wales criticised the government's handling of nursing staff salaries. Executive Director Helen Wiley highlighted the frustration felt by nursing staff, who continue to wait for fair pay. Welsh First Minister Vaughan Gething and Health Secretary Eluned Morgan acknowledged the constructive nature of the talks, thanking the BMA's negotiating teams and NHS employers. The BMA remains committed to advocating for fair pay across the healthcare sector, urging ministers to address nursing staff salaries promptly.
Remember the past, fight for your future. Derby's historic silk mill struggle resonates today. The Derby Silk Mill Festival was held on June 8, 2024. This lively event commemorates Britain's first organised struggle of industrial workers, which took place during 1833 to 34. The festival includes a march, rally, and a people's festival with trade union and community campaign stalls, live bands, and activities for kids. The annual festival serves as a poignant reminder of the year-long battle fought by silk mill workers in the Derwent Valley during 1833 to 34. These workers faced oppressive owners and managers who exploited their labour through spurious pay cuts and denied them trade union rights under the threat of instant dismissal. The struggle. Lockout and resistance. The silk mill lockout was a bitter and sustained conflict. Workers rallied against unfair treatment, and their struggle is commemorated not only through the festival but also by a mural on the Silk Mill pub, adjacent to the now transformed mill, Derby's Museum of Making. Union solidarity. When Mr. Frost, a silk manufacturer, dismissed a worker for refusing a fine related to shoddy work, all union members walked out. The bosses responded with a lockout, attempting to break the trade union. Regional general strike. The dispute quickly spread to other mills in the Derwent Valley, becoming a Derby-centric general strike. Workers demanded fair treatment and the fruits of their own industry. Repression and resilience. Despite repression from ruling classes, including military, police, courts, and more, solidarity persisted. The struggle symbolized a fight for workplace strength. Legacy. Although workers returned to their jobs in 1834 due to poverty and violence, This pivotal event led to the formation of the Grand National Consolidated Trade Union, shaping today's trade union movement. As we remember this historic struggle, let it inspire us to continue fighting for workers' rights and justice in our own time.
Prison crisis. PC's union demands urgent action to alleviate overcrowding and staff burnout. London, UK. The Public and Commercial Services (PC's) union has issued a stark call to the new government, urging immediate investment in the UK's prison service. The goal? To tackle overcrowding and prevent staff burnout. Key points. Staff pressure. PC's members in offender management units, OMUs, within prisons face immense pressure to take on additional work, all in an effort to free up cell space. Reports indicate that staff are at breaking point, grappling with burnout, stress, and exhaustion. Unsustainable conditions. The union emphasizes that the strain on hardworking OMU members is unsustainable and could signal a failure in the HMPPS, Her Majesty's Prison and Probation Service, duty of care. Prison population crisis. The UK currently boasts the highest prison population per capita in Western Europe, with numbers projected to reach 106,300 by March 2027. Despite this, successive governments have failed to address the issue adequately. Private prisons and underinvestment. While a multi-million-pound prison building programme continues, profit-driven private companies manage it. Simultaneously, the existing public prison infrastructure suffers from sustained underinvestment. Police cell rentals. Operation Safeguard involves renting police cells due to overcrowding, and reports suggest that police in England and Wales are advised to make fewer arrests due to cell shortages. PCs stands firm. The PCs support senior HMPPS leaders who refuse to breach safe operational capacity levels. Overcrowded prisons pose risks to staff, prisoners, and the public. Parliamentary action needed. The sentencing bill's delay necessitates urgent parliamentary attention to sentencing policy, non-custodial alternatives, and broader investment in public services. PC's General Secretary's stance. Fran Heathcote asserts that staff burnout, unsafe conditions, and the impact on work-life balance are unacceptable risks. As the crisis persists, the PCs remains committed to advocating for change and opposing unsustainable practices in the prison system. And finally, NEU unveils bold education manifesto ahead of general election. The National Education Union, NEU, has launched a powerful manifesto for education, demanding urgent action from the next government. With 10 key policy areas in focus, the NEU aims to reshape the education landscape and prioritize children's well-being. Key proposals. Reverse funding cuts. Schools, colleges, and nurseries must receive increased funding, reaching 5% of GDP. Tackle child poverty. Remove the two-child benefit cap and ensure free, nutritious school lunches for all pupils. Inclusive curriculum. Embed anti-racism and provide broad subject access, including arts and PE. Exam overhaul. Abandon primary school tests and transform 14 to 19 assessments to combat the exam factory culture. Special needs support. Swift, bureaucracy-free assistance for students with special needs. Teacher recruitment. Competitive pay to fill soaring vacancies. Ofsted replacement. Replace Ofsted with a collaborative, supportive system focused on advice and feedback. Workload management. Keep educators in the profession by addressing unmanageable workloads. Professional development time. Allocate non-teaching time for collaboration and planning, especially for early career teachers. Social media regulation. Tighter controls to protect children online. The News Manifesto sets the stage for a critical general election. The education system faces urgent challenges, from underfunding to child poverty. Teachers and parents understand the impact on learning, and the NEU refuses to accept anything less than serious commitments from major parties. Let education take center stage.